Welcome back to the Marky Mark Show, guys. We only have 15 minutes, so we're going to make this very short but very informal. Today, across the nation, there's the anniversary of the 17 kids killed in Parkland, Florida. Kids across the nation have stood up and walked out of school to protest gun violence. But not every student in schools were able to protest because the administrators of the schools would not allow it. This is not okay. Not okay at all. Because protesting is a constitutional right that we all have as American citizens. The survivors of the massacre of Florida joined tens of thousands of students across the United States by walking out. Schools like mine were not able to walk out because the administrators said it was not safe to, or they, other students would walk out but go home. Okay, yeah, students walking out and going home, that's kind of to be expected when you have something like this. Only a few would do that, though. Not the whole entire student body, or even 10, maybe even not even 20 or 10 for that matter. I want to applaud all the students at Edison, the 9 or whatever, if they knew what they were protesting and they did it because they knew what they were protesting, I want to applaud you. And I also want to applaud all of the tens of thousands of teens across the nation who has done this, who has walked out of school. Because simple fact is, things need to change in the school system and about gun violence. Our government and school system has failed to provide us with the security and safe environment of our classrooms and our schools. Schools are just supposed to be safe. They're supposed to be a safety where we can learn and experience on life, live and hang out with hang with friends and make friends for that matter, and just live. But schools are not providing the security for that, the safety for that, including my school's administration. I have heard from the students of Edison and the employers of Edison that this administration has got to change the ways they do things for safety and bullying and, things along those lines besides other things. But, our administrator said that we weren't allowed to walk out because they're concerned for our safety. But we'll give you a voice. But you're not allowed to walk out. Make up your goddamn mind and tell me, for one, how stopping us from protesting is not letting us have a voice. You are not letting us have a voice by telling us we cannot walk out. Well, let me tell you something. We can walk out. All you can do to stop us is give us in-school suspension. I call on all the schools around the United States who have the same problem. The students have the same problem with their administrators. The employers have the same problem with their administrators to help change that, to help work something out. Our school, Thomas A. Edison, we lock our doors at our school because the administrators told us, whatever. What's locking a door going to do? You know, because the kid who did the massacre in Florida pulled the fire alarm and had kids walk out because they thought there was a fire, you know, whatever. You know? And a locked door is not going to do much of anything for that matter. Nothing. So you people need to change something in your school safety because it ain't fucking working. Ain't working at all. You know, what is it? This should have been dealt with during the Columbine shooting, the first one. And it takes, you know, what is it going to take? 30 or 40 kids to die before you fuckers change a damn thing? You already got 17 people dead, plus the Columbine shooting and Sandy Hook, for that matter, and other schools. What is it going to take for you people to shut up and fucking listen? That's what I want to know. I am pissed at my school and all the other schools who did not let us protest. You tell us you want us to have a voice, but you won't let us protest? Make up your fucking damn mind. I'm sorry for my language, but I am pissed. Where I'm not color coding anything anymore because I don't care. I do not care. When you tell me I can't protest, that right there is taking away my constitutional rights, and that pisses me right the off. Our founding fathers made freedom of speech so we can speak our minds and speak our opinions without getting in trouble, and help change this world. And I'm going to be blunt right now. My mom's generation and my grandmother's generation has failed us. Your parents' generation has failed us. And there's maybe you know, what the government anyways, you know, the generations before us, they have failed us. We are literally going to grow up and have to clean up everybody's shit because of, from gun control to terrorism to, hell, taxes. Because of the past generations can't get over themselves and actually shut up and do something for the greater good of the United States and the world, for that matter. Like I said, my administration at my school, I talked to a couple of kids today who said they have heard name calling and put downs. I will not divulge any of these kids' names because of the simple fact because of the Journalism Act. But anywho, these kids have told me they've heard put downs and bullying and stuff like that in our own school. And our administration does the best. Well, I don't know the best they can, because I know for a fact they don't do the best they can to help this, because sometimes they cover it up. But we're not getting into that, because I'm already probably going to piss a lot of people off about what I'm saying anyways. I don't care. But anyways, they did something like that. You know, they've heard things like this and stuff like that. And our school does punish them by giving them what? ISS and OSS. Okay, that's the only thing you do, whatever. But does it really stop at the end, though? Does a bully stop? Does a bully stop? Come on. You know, I have seen, and sometimes our school, I know this for a fact too, will let things slide. Our school lets things slide. Thomas Harrison lets things slide. Well, I'm getting sick and tired of it. I'm getting sick and tired of all these schools letting things slide, and then a kid goes out and commits suicide. And you're going to tell me we shouldn't just hold you responsible, the kid that caused it. We should hold the school responsible for not seeing this. And, we can't defend ourselves from a bully because we're also going to get in trouble? What the fuck is that? You're going to tell me if a bully's bullying for me for my lunch money or something because this happened, I don't know if it still goes on, but kids used to bully people for lunch money. True story. Whatever. And then schools wouldn't do anything about it. Then they go up and get a gun and shoot the person in school along with other people. And you're going to tell me the school is not going to be held accountable? Well, they should. They damn well should. Because the safety is not being provided in the national school system. Matter of fact, the Department of Education is ran by a moron. She's stupid. I call, on the Department of Education, all the administration, my administration, other schools' administration, to step up the security, step up safety, step up anti-bullying, and groups, or if you have one at your school, step up more than just what you are doing now. This needs to stop. My school's administration has got to change things, and so does all the other schools' administration that things go on like this in their school. Yeah, and I read a paper at our school, kids do go out in the lunchroom and sit next to a person who is not, who is alone and stuff like that. Okay, that's the students. The students do that. What is the administration doing about the reason why the kids have to sit alone? Because, kids pick on them and stuff like that. And they go to say something, and, the kid who's saying this stuff about him denies it, and it's a good grade, gets good grades and stuff, and they just let it go. What is that? It just irks my nerves, and it just pisses me off because I don't understand. I really don't. Our school, like I said, our school didn't let us walk out. They didn't even let us protest in the auditorium or, go outside, go into halls and protest in the halls. And we could take videos and put on social media, for the help. But no, they don't do anything of that. So we're going to end the show here because I'm now down to 1 minute. The Marky Mark Show is going to be back on probably tomorrow at 7 o'clock, same time. Going to try to anyways. And we're going to talk about in more detail of how we can solve this problem. And if I have offended anybody by what I say, I'm sorry, but I do not care, to be honest with you. Just things need to change in our school systems. Things need to change in Edison and the way we handle things. I'm calling for our administration and others to change it. And the next time we have a protest, I am encouraging all Edison students to walk out no matter what trouble you get in. Because fact remains, it's a constitutional right. They cannot stop you from walking out. They may be able to give you ISS, but who cares? Because in the long run, what we say matters. What we can do can benefit the future. So, I'm going to end there and give you guys something to think about. What can you do to help benefit your school with its people who is bullied in your school or being put down or name calling? I will see you tomorrow. Talk to you tomorrow. The Marky Mark Show is out.